स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागर सुषुप्तमवैति नित्यम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलामहम् न च भूतसङ्घः प्रातर्भजामि मनसा वचसामगम्यम् वाचो विभान्ति निखिला यदनुग्रहेण यन्नेति नेति वचनैर् निगमा avocam stam devadevamajam achyutam áhuragryam pratarnamami tamasa paramarkavarnam purnam sanatana padam purushotamakhyan yasminnidam jagadashesha mahesha murtau rachva bhujangamaiva pratibhasitam vai rajva bhujangamaiva pratibhasitam vai.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. This is our fourth session. We are discussing the first shloka of Pratah Smarana Stotram. Before entering into Pratah Smaranam, let us all pay our homage, our respect, our pranam to the great soldiers who were martyred for us, for the protection of our nation, to keep the integrity and sovereignty of our nation. They were, as we everybody know, brutally attacked. Now I am considering that word brutally because brutes never will do that. However, that great soldiers, even without using any arms, they attacked back, and they not only protected but kept our morale, national morale, especially that among the military force. In high esteem. So we are paying our homage and respect to them all. And all of us must swear to keep the integrity and unity of our nation. Let us pray together. Let all our sankalpas be united together. So, with this paying of homage, let us enter into our discussion of Pratah Smarana. So far we have discussed almost fully the first shloka. And there it was said, Pratah Smarami. Smarami, I am remembering. Pratah in the beginning. In the beginning. By the term Smarami, remembering, here it is meant I am meditating on, or I am contemplating the self. I am meditating on the self. I am contemplating the self. It is well shining within my heart and is of the nature of Sat, Chit and Ananda, existence absolute, knowledge absolute, and bliss absolute. And it is the goal of, or it is the path of Paramahamsas, who are always immersed in the contemplation of the self, or who are abiding in the self. And which is above the three states of existence, Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti. And at the same time, that which is reaching all the three states of existence, or that which is knowing the experiences we are having in the three states, that self is really Brahman. That I am realizing I am not a limited being, not limited by time, space and causation. and I am without any limbs, any parts. Partless I am. Nishkala. And Nacha Bhuta Sankha. That was the word we were discussing last time. Nacha Bhuta Sankha. And not a combination of bhutas, elements. Sankha means a collective or a combination. And of course, elements are bhutas, panjabhutas, right from akasha, space, then vayu, air, then agni, fire, then jalam, water, and bhumi, earth. All our bodies and parts, both of the individual and of the universe, are made of these five elements. Everything in the manifested plane are made of five elements. That is why we are calling this universe in Sanskrita, and of course in other languages those derived from Sanskrita as prapancha. Prapancha. Prapancha is with a combination of five elements. Our gross body and our subtle body, sthula and sukshma, both are made of elements. This subtle body is constituted of indriyas, that too in two groups, that is both senses of knowledge or senses of cognition and organs of action, and of course mind and intellect, and five pranas, prana, apana, samana, udana and vyana. All these 17 together, that is five pranas, five jnanendriyas, five karmendriyas and mind and intellect together make the subtle body. So both these bodies, gross and subtle, are made of elements. Here it is negated. Both are negated. Naya bhuta sankha. I am not a combination of elements. I am not bhautika. I am residing in this. I am working through this. And I am experiencing this. But I am above this. These are my instruments. These are simple adjuncts. I am accepting. So this is reiterated here, that I am not a combination of elements. So nacha bhuta sankha. Shruti says in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Shruti says, neti neti it edasmad na parahasti. There is no greater pramana or higher pramana than neti neti. Not this, not this. So we cannot qualify Atma. We cannot explain the real nature of Atma in words. Reality is above the realm of all vocabulary. So we cannot speak about it. We cannot define it. Then how Shruti is working? Because the purpose of Shruti is teaching Atma, teach the real nature of Atma. And if it is above the realm of words, how Shruti is teaching? The answer is Vedanta teaches us making use of the indicative meaning, not the verbal meaning. Never can Vedanta teach through verbal meaning. All words in Vedanta teaching about Atman, the real nature of Atman, we have to take their indicative meaning. So, neti neti, not this, not this. That is, we have to negate what we can negate. And by negating everything, what remains? That which cannot be negated, and that is the self. I am. I can negate this body as not me. I can negate the senses as not me. I can negate the whole world as these are seen by me. I am the seer, which is separate or distinct or different. So I can negate everything, but I cannot negate myself. I cannot negate the I. So that remains. And I cannot explain through words. Words are pointing, indicating. So here that process of negation, the neti neti, that is shown here. Nacha bhuta sankha. I am not a combination of elements. So that Atman, I am smarami, remembering, constantly contemplating or meditating on. That is the first shloka. The shloka is Pratah Smarana Stotram samspuradatma tattvam Sachit sukham paramaham sagatim turiyam Yaswapna jagara sushuptam avaiti nityam Tat brahma nishkalamaham nacha bhuta sankha. And the second shloka is Pratarbhajámi manasám vacasámagamyam vacho vibhánti nikhilá yadanugrahena Yanneti neti vacanair nigamá avochuhu stam devadevamajam achyutam áhuragryam. Pratah Bhajámi manasa vacasam agamyam. Vachaha vibhánti nikhilá yadanugrahena yad neti vacanair nigamá avocam. There is a Pathabheda, avochuhu, avocam. Tam devadevam ajam achyutam áhuragryam áhuhu. Here it is said Pratarbhajámi. Bhajami means the real root meaning of Bhajami is I am serving. Because the meaning of Bhaj Dhatu is Bhaj Sevaya. Bhaj Sevaya. I am serving. But here we have to take another meaning. Because there are three shlokas in this Pratah Smarana. And the first shloka is Pratah Smarami. I am remembering or I am meditating on, I am contemplating. So it is the action of antakarana. With mind and intellect, we are remembering and contemplating and meditating. So it is an action of antakarana, internal instruments. And in the second shloka, it is Pratarbhajámi. And in the third shloka, it is Pratah Namami. So there is an order. We have three types or three categories of instruments. Internal instruments, antakarana. We can roughly say mind, manas. Then there is words, vak. Then there is the gross body. With these three instruments, we are living in this world. We are working, we are experiencing, we are doing everything. Sharira, vak, manaha. So the subtlest is mind. Then still gross is word, and grosser still is the gross body. So Pratah Namami. Namami means I am prostrating. I am prostrating. Even though there is the activity of mind, it is there. Even though it is there, still prostration is an act of the body. We are prostrating before our Guru. We are prostrating before our mother, father. That's a physical activity. Even though, of course, mental activity is there, without the mind, nothing will act. That is true. But still, it is a physical activity. We are doing it with the gross body. So there is an order. And that order is, in the first shloka, the action of mind is said. Pratah Smarami. And in the last shloka, that is the third shloka, Pratah namami, that is the action of body. So, in the middle, Pratarbhajámi, we have to take it as to mean the action of words. Pratarbhajámi. So we can translate like this. I am praising. I am praising. In the beginning, Pratah, or in the morning, Pratah. So Pratah in the beginning, Bhajami, I am praising. We have to understand the verbal meaning as I am serving. Because the bhaj dhatu is to mean seva, service. Bhaj sevaya, to serve. So I am serving. But keeping in mind the order of 3 shlokas, I am translating this as I am praising. Pratah, in the beginning or in the morning. In the beginning of all activities, whatever I am doing, in the beginning I am praising the Lord. I am praising the self. Because only with that I have to invoke the blessing of the self. And Pratah in the beginning, Bhajami, I am praising whom and how. The answer for how is manasa, and the answer for whom is vacasámagamyam. Vacasámagamyam. Agamyam, that cannot be reached. Agamyam means that cannot be reached through vacasam, words. Words cannot reach. So I am praising that where words cannot reach. Shruti again and again repeats vacha anabhyudidam. That cannot be explained through words. Yato vacho nivartande, from where all words are coming back, retracing. Avyapadeshyam, that cannot be defined through words. So many Shrutis are. That which have a name or form or any quality or any activity or any relativity, that I can define and discuss. Such and such a thing having relation to this, or doing that sort of activity, or of that color, of that quality, having that name, having that form. I can define and discuss, I can talk about. At least I can try to talk. But that which is devoid of all this, nama, name, rupa, form, guna, quality, karma, activity, sambandha, relativity, which is devoid of all this, how can I speak about that? No, words will not work there. It is above the capacity of words. So, vacasámagamyam, where words cannot reach, this we have to keep in mind always, because when an aspirant, a seeker, starts studying Upanishads and Vedanta, he will definitely come across so many descriptions of Atma, Satyam, Jnanam, Anandam, Brahma, so many. So a student of Vedanta will find himself as somebody capable of speaking about Atma, teaching about Atma. I can teach Atma. How? Because I know Vedanta. I have learned Vedanta. I have learned Upanishads. I have all Vedantic utterances in my brain. So I can teach. I can quote. I can explain. So I will consider myself as somebody who is capable of speaking about Atma. That is what happens when we start studying Vedanta. But when we go further and further, or deeper and deeper, then we will realize the actual mode of Vedanta study is not learning, but it is unlearning. Saying Vedanta, I am learning Vedanta is a sort of fallacy. Really learning Vedanta is unlearning what you have learned. So, vacasámagamyam, this word we have to keep always in mind. Because many a time we will be misled by our own mind. Because so many Vedanta texts I know, I can explain. I have written commentaries on so many Vedanta treatises. So I am a knower of Brahman. I am a knower of Atman. I am showing my own ignorance by considering myself as a knower. So this word we have to keep always in mind. Vacasámagamyam. Words cannot reach there. That where words cannot reach, I am praising. How it is? Because praising is through words. Making use of words, I am praising. How can I praise somebody or something which is above the realm of words? Comes the question. There the answer is, all the words used in Vedantic literature are having indicative meaning only. The real position is explained by the great Rishi in Kenopanishad. There the Rishi says, Na vijanimo yathaitad anushishya. Na vijanimo yathaitad anushishya. We do not know how to teach this. See, the knower of Brahman, who is well established in the self, who is living without any doubt, who is immersed in his own self, he is openly saying, I do not know how to teach. The meaning is, the reality is above all words. And therefore, I cannot teach this. I cannot explain through words. Still, all our acharyas, with their greatness, to share with the world what they have, they incessantly taught. And that teaching is Vedanta. That is Vedanta. So here, all the words used in Upanishads, in the Upanishads and other Vedantic teachings are having indicative meaning. We cannot take the verbal meaning. So in the Vedanta study, this is a great word, this is a great message. We have to keep always in mind, that is vacasámagamyam, that which cannot be reached through words, where words cannot endure, where words cannot reach. That self I am praising. Bhajami. How? Manasa. The answer is manasa. Manasa means with manas. Manas is mind. How it is possible? Because wherever Shruti says Atma is above words, Shruti also says it is above mind. It is above the mind. Aprapya manasa saha. Words are coming back or tracing back with the mind because they cannot enter there. And manasana manude, which cannot be thought of with the help of mind. So, as words cannot enter there, the mind also cannot. Then how it is said here, manasa, with the mind? This is a question. And it is worth answering that. Because it's a valid question. In the Shastra discussion, we have to accept valid questions. So it's a valid question. If the reality of the self is above words and mind, how you can praise with the help of mind, with the help of the mind, manasa. In the Shruti Upanishad, it is said, manasaivedam aptavyam. Manasaivedam aptavyam neha nanasti kinchana. It is reiterated. Manasaivedam aptavyam. That means this is to be realized through the mind or by the mind. The same Shruti says it is above the realm of mind. And it says this is to be realized through the mind. Making use of your mind, you have to realize. How? There Bhagavan Bhashyakara explains. Acharyagama samskritena manasa. Acharyagama samskritena manasa. That is, with the mind purified with the teachings of Acharya and Agama. Acharya is Guru, teacher, and Agama is the Veda, scripture. So, hearing from the Acharya in the traditional way, scriptures, Shastra, you have to purify your mind. When we are undergoing Shastra studies in the traditional way, quite naturally, our mind will get purified. It naturally happens. We need not do anything else to purify it. So with a purified mind, you have to understand this, you have to realize this. Manasaivedam aptavyam. That is the exhortation of the Shruti. And so many other Shrutis also are there. Manasa vijijñāsasva. You try to understand this with the mind, a purified mind. So, manasa here means not with an ordinary mind, which is always indulging in objects of the world, but with a mind which is purified through Shravana, that is Acharya and Agama, the teacher and the Shastra, the scripture, and such a purified mind, with that we can focus on the self. A mind which is not purified will not be focused. It will be wandering here and there, always wandering. So with a purified mind, That is through Shravana and Manana. With such a mind, I am bhajami, praising that where words cannot reach. So to understand this line, we have to go deeper into our Shastras. And there is something more to understand here. As much I praise, that much my mind will get purified. It happens quite naturally. As much we are going deep into our Shastras, so much purity and concentration will come. And that much we can dive deep into the Shastras. As much we dive, so much we will get jewels. So, this bhajanam, this praising, it will help more and more in going deeper, and going deeper will help this bhajan. They will mutually help. So here I am praising in the beginning, Pratah in the beginning, or in the morning, I am praising that where words cannot reach with the help of my mind. Pratarbhajámi manasám vacasámagamyam vacho vibhánti nikhilá yadanugrahena. Vachaha vibhánti nikhiláha vachaha nikhiláha, all. Fully. Khilam means that which remains. Meaning of khilam is that which remains. Remaining portion of something is called khilam. So nikhilam, achyutam, all this means without anything remaining. That is fully, wholly. So here nikhilaha means all. But nikhilaha vachaha. Vachaha means words. Vak means word. Vachaha is the plural, words. So nikhilaha vachaha, all words. Whether mundane or scriptural or Vedic, whatever be, all words. Vachaha vibhánti are shining. Yadanugrahena. Yadanugrahena means yasya anugrahena. With whose blessing? With the blessing of the Atman, with the blessing of the Self. All words are coming out. Vachaha vibhánti nikhiláha yadanugrahena. Yasya anugrahena, with the blessing of, with whose blessing? all words are coming out. Who is making all words? Because of whose blessing all these words are manifesting out? Mukam karoti vachalam. Yonda pravishya vamjamch stam sanjeevayati. Anda pravishya, residing inside, who is making all my deeds and words? Who is that? This is the question. So, yadanugrahena, with whose blessing, vacho nikhilá, all words, vibhánti, are coming out. The real meaning of vibhánti is vispashtam bhanti, that is well shining. Here, being manifested. Now words are coming out. And because words are coming out, you are hearing. So who is making that? Words cannot come out by their own. Because they are words. All these are simply instruments. And instrument cannot work by itself. There must be somebody behind that instrument who is making it work. Who is that? And this is a case which we are observing in the individual level. And the universal level. All phenomena. Everything, those are happening. Whether it be the movement of stars or galaxies, rising of the sun or setting of the sun, whatever it is. Or even the vibration of an atom or a subatomic particle. What is making all these movements? What is behind all these activities? This is the question. And this is the question which was asked by rishis thousands and thousands of years back. And they realized, and sitting on that realization, they exhorted to the world. Yena suryastapati tejaseddha na veda vidmanudetam brhandam. Yena suryastapati tejaseddha. Sun is shining. And sun is giving heat to the entire solar system. Sun is giving light and heat. How it is happening? Who is giving that light and heat? to the sun. We may say it is because of the phenomenon happening therein. Yes, of course. But how it is happening? Who is making it happen? Because there is no such a thing as accident. Nothing will come out of nothingness. Because this nothingness is not there. So what is that? How it is emitting light and sound, light and heat? Yena suryastapati tejaseddaha. That is the question. And we can see iteration of this question in both Samhita and the Upanishad. And the answer is also given there. Na vedavin manudetam bruhandam. One who do not know Veda cannot realize it. That is the path to knowledge, the path to or for knowing Him is the Veda. One who is not well versed in Veda do not know that. That is the answer given by the Veda. So, yasya anugrahena, yadanugrahena, by whose blessings all the words are being manifested. That self I am praising. And I am praising in the beginning that self with the mind, a purified mind, a focused intellect, where words cannot reach. And by the blessing of that self, all words are being manifested. That is the meaning of this part of the second shloka. And the remaining part we can discuss in our next session. So, first we did Smaranam, that is with mind and intellect. And then we are praising, that is through words. And next we will prostrate, that is with the body. So, the coming parts we can discuss in our next session. So, if you have something to ask, you can ask without any hesitation. 27 minutes more are there.
Okay, first is Dr. Aruna Prasad.
Pranam Swamiji.
Namaste. Unikrishnaji, I am not seeing.
Pranam Swamiji.
Aruna Prasad.
Pranam. Swamiji, I wanted a small clarification. The difference between Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti, Mukhya Mukti, Atyantika Mukti, Gauna Mukti, there are so many. So I wanted to know the difference, Swamiji.
See, actually, there is no difference at all. In the final analysis, there is no difference. Because Mukti is knowing unqualified, the unqualified. All these differentiation like Jivan Mukti, Videha Mukti, Mukhya Mukti, Gauna Mukti. All these differentiations are in the sphere which can be quantified, which can be objectified. But the reality is above all objectification or quantifying. It is realizing that without any limbs, and so in the real sense, or when we are observing from the ultimate plane, there is no different types of, there are no different muktis. Mukti is only one without a second. Ekameva advitiya. But when we are analyzing Shastra, we will come across so many statements like that. That is from a relative plane. For example, one through Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasa, through proper hearing and ruminating over it, and contemplating, one realized the real nature of the self without any doubt, and he is well immersed in the self, who is living as the self, but because of his prarabdha, that is the bundle of karma with which he came to the world, he is still living. Gross body is with him, subtle body is with him. And because gross and subtle bodies are there with him, he is living, or he is active in this world. But of course, immersed in the self, established in the self, such a realized one we will call as Jivan Mukta. Meaning, he is living in this world, but he is liberated. Liberated from the clutches of ignorance. So he is a Jivan Mukta. And when the prarabdha of that Jivan Mukta is exhausted, when prarabdha is exhausted, this body will not remain. It have to die. It have to die. And when that happens for a Jivan Mukta, we will call him as Videha Mukta. That is, one without a body. He is a Mukta. He is liberated. And he is Videha. He has gone above the body. But see, what is the state, or what was the state of a Jivan Mukta? Even when he is in the body, even though he is doing so many activities, he is above the body. He is not bound by the body. He is not limited by the body. So even when he was living in the body, making use of limbs, doing so many activities, even that he was above the body. So from the factual plane, there are no different states as Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti. But when we are observing from the level of the world, we are saying Jivan Mukta entered Videha Mukti. So, to explain this, in many prakaranas, Vedanta prakaranas, Acharyas would write like this. As if water entering water, as if air entering air, as if space entering the space, a Jivan Mukta becomes Videha Mukta. So there is no difference at all. Both are same. And as far as Mukti is concerned, there is no Mukhya and Gauna. There is no Mukhya and Gauna. But still, from the point of view of a student, Paroksha Jnana and Aparoksha Jnana is there. So that difference is there. That which is known in the intellectual level, through proper studies, that is Paroksha Jnana. And when it is realized, that is when it is well established, all doubts gone. And when oneself has become one with that knowledge, then it is Aparoksha Jnana. So from the point of view of a student, such a differentiation is there. And so Mukhya Mukti and Gauna Mukti, all these are there. But we must realize that Mukti is only one without a second, and that is staying above the clutches of ignorance, Ajnana Mukti. So all these differentiations are in the field of Ajnana, and when one is above this Ajnana, there is no such differentiation. So Mukti is only one without a second. There is no such thing as Jivan Mukti, Videha Mukti, Mukhya Mukti, Gauna Mukti and all. When we are observing from the highest level, all these are coming in the transactional level. That is the answer. Namaste.
Next is Sri Venudas ji. Please unmute and ask question.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste.
Namaste. Would you please explain Grahya, Tyajya, Neti, Dhyasam, please?
Can you repeat once more?
Yes. Swamiji, would you please explain Grahya, Tyajya, and Neti, Dhyasam, please?
See, Grahya is that which is to be accepted, and Tyajya is that which is to be rejected. It differs. Grahya for one man will be tyajya for another. And tyajya for one fellow will be grahya for another. Here in this discussion, so many have taken part from different parts of the world. As I am using a mobile phone, I am not seeing everybody. But still I am seeing many from Bangalore, France, Germany. So many are. They felt it something as grahya. That is why they are here. And even after seeing the flyer saying such and such a program is happening, many saw it as tyajya, not worth attending, just waste of time. That is true for them. We cannot say that is wrong, because all these are inclinations. So what is tyajya for one fellow will be grahya for another, and vice versa. And how we are realizing this grahya and tyajya? That is through manana. Through manana. That is, we are thinking. One who is not at all thinking, for him there is no grahya and there is no tyajya. And grahya tyajya also, there are many other things. Because now, today, before starting this session, one thought was haunting me. Because now I am going to talk over Zoom, a Chinese app. And how it is, how I am doing that, how I can do that. And just before attending this, I telephoned and talked with the one who is a knower of all these aspects. Then he said, Swami, this app was promoted by a Chinese millionaire or a technocrat, but it being a multinational, you cannot say it as a Chinese app. Because in almost all countries they have offices, and those who have invested in that, many are Americans, many are Europeans, many are Indians, not Chinese alone. So nowadays multinational companies, we cannot brand them as American or French or Chinese or Indian, because multinational companies, investments of all are there. Still, major share is with Chinese. There is no doubt in that. But it is not Chinese government, but Chinese entrepreneurs. So, a small relief came. So everything, everywhere, this grahya, tyajya. But if you can help anybody, so many are hearing this. When we are asking somebody to boycott something, we have to give something else. And it must be proven one, or it must serve as the other one. So we have to do a research work, and come with great apps, such platforms. So grahya tyajya, that is they are coming back to the point. This grahya and tyajya, they come as a result of manana. And manana will take us to the next level, that is nididhyasa. It is deep contemplation or real meditation that is happening within. And the differentiation of the meditator, meditation, and that which is meditated upon, that differentiation also goes slowly and slowly. Then naturally, I will be established in my own self. I will be sitting in myself. So to that, Shravana and Manana will take us. So you asked about this grahya and tyajya, then something more. What was that?
Nididhyasa. Nididhyasa.
Nididhyasa. Yes. So nididhyasa is a natural development of manana. When we are doing manana, so many questions will start coming. They will creep in. And these queries, they will have a place within us, and we will try to eradicate them. How? Getting answers. For that we will approach gurus, Shastra. That means again and again Shravana and Manana. So when the Shravana and Manana continues, questions which were within me will come down and down. All get answered. No more questions. Then quite naturally, I am immersing in myself. That is nididhyasa. That is nididhyasa. Namaste.
Next is Dr. Sumana ji. Is around. Dr. Sumana ji. So, anyone else has a question, you may please ask. We have 6 more minutes.
Swamiji, Hari Om. Hema from Bangalore. This is coming back to Jivan Mukti state. We have seen Jivan Muktas like Swami Chidananda, or we have seen Ramana Maharshi and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and all. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and others, they were reveling in their own and sitting quiet in their own place. Whereas some Jivan Muktas like Swami Gurudev, Swami Chidananda and Swami Chidananda Puri also, they come into the world and act. So what prompts them? what prompts them to come? Is it the compassion, seeing the agyanis around? So there also I want to sit and be and revel myself. That is, I is there. Here I want to come and help the agyanis, lift them up. There also I is there. So what prompts them to come out and what prompts them to just sit and meditate and be revel in their self?
Swamiji, sorry, you are muted.
Are you hearing now?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes. So, in a Jivan Mukta or for a Jivan Mukta, the I is there. They are inhaling and exhaling. They are having food. They are drinking. They are seeing. So the I is there. But that I is, it is not the ordinary I of others. It is something higher. It is like a fried seed. There is no difference when we observe from outside. But it will not sprout. That is not there. And then comes the second question. Jivan Muktas behave in different ways. How it is? For example, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, he sat at the same place. Whereas many others, they traveled here and there, teaching, preaching. How it is? Is it because of compassion? No. If we are saying it is out of compassion, then we have to say those who sat at a place do not have compassion. So that is not the answer. But compassion is there within all Jivan Muktas. Love is there. That feeling of oneness is there. There is no difference at all whether one is moving or one is sitting. Then how these differences are there? How comes these differences? Vidyaranya Swamiji, in his most famous Vedanta treatise, Panchadashi, gives the reply. There it is said, Arabdha karma nanatvad jnanina manyadhanyatha vartanam tena shastrarthe bhramitavyam na panditaihi. That means, Arabdha karma nanatvad. Because of the differences in the prarabdha, that is the karma which already has begun. Because of that differences, jnaninam anyadhanyatha vartanam. There is a Pathabheda, buddhanam anyadhanyatha vartanam. Scholars or men of realization, they will live in this world in different ways. Tena, because of that, shastrarthena bhramidavyam panditaihi. Those who are studying Shastra must not get confused. You must not confuse. yourself. Because these differences are there because of the differences in prarabdha. Even though I am Jivan Mukta, if one man is a Jivan Mukta, one scholar is a Jivan Mukta, he have prarabdha. And according to prarabdha, he's living, he's doing, he's behaving. So, these differences are because of the differences in prarabdha. That is the answer. And some Jivan Muktas, they will sit in a place, they may be behaving as if they are crazy people, madmen. Some may be sitting at a place and teaching. Some may be acting as if he is a child, an ignorant man. Or some may be moving around and teaching, preaching. So, it differs. And these differences comes not because of differences in knowledge, but because of differences in prarabdha. That is the answer. Namaste.
Swamiji, is there time for one more question?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now, what about avadhutas? Are they Jivan Muktas?
What is that?
Avadhutas.
Avadhutas?
Are they Jivan Muktas?
See, Avadhuta is one who is not at all accepting the ways of the world, the social norms, behavior patterns. Those who are not at all accepting, them we are calling an avadhuta. Then who is an avadhuta? The meaning of avadhuta is avadhuya sarvam vartade iti avadhuta. That is avadhuya, getting rid of sarvam, everything. One who is established in himself. One who is established in himself. Getting rid of everything else. He is an avadhuta, he or she. There is no he-she differences. It's avadhuta. So a real avadhuta, he or she, invariably, he will be a Jivan Mukta. There is no doubt. But we cannot judge from outside. We cannot say from outside. We cannot judge. He is a Jivan Mukta or he is an avadhuta. No. We are seeing from outside and we are evaluating outside features. Who is an avadhuta? Who is a Jivan Mukta? Nobody can judge from outside. He only knows. It is well said, Vidvaneva Vijanadi Vidvajjana Parishrama. The knower alone knows another knower. Nobody else. Katham Bandhya Vijaniyad Gurvim Prasava Vedana. I cannot imagine. I can imagine. Oh, she may be experiencing that much pain. I can imagine while giving birth to a child. But in this life I cannot experience that. I can imagine. So that experience is not for me. I cannot. In the same way, a knower alone knows another knower. Others cannot. So we cannot say such and such a man or woman is an avadhuta or a jivan mukta. That we cannot say. He only knows. So we can say this much. One who is not accepting the norms of the world immersed in himself or established in himself is an avadhuta. If he is a real avadhuta, he will be or he must be a jivan mukta. A jivan mukta can alone be an avadhuta. In the real sense. That is the answer. Namaste.
Namaskar, Swamiji.
Namaste. Now we can conclude.
Yeah, with the Shanti mantra.
Yes. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryangara Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.